Hey y'all, hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for clicking on my video. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. And if you clicked on this video, you know I'm going to be showing my knife collection. I'm primarily doing this just to document my collection for future reference. My collection tends to change fairly quickly, whether that be if I'm trading or selling or getting rid of knives or buying knives. So this is just to document my knife collection, and I figured I'd share it with y'all. If you make it to the end of the video, let me know what knife I should add to my collection or what's your favorite knife in your collection. And I'm going to try to zip through these knives as quick as I can. It might get a little bit long-winded at the end, but I'll try to make it short for each knife. I'll say something I like or something I don't like, and then I'll give you guys maybe a rough estimate for the value of each knife. So to begin, I'll start with my folding knives, and let's get into it. So the first knife I'll show is the CRKT Rasp. Very interesting knife. Probably doesn't get the credit it deserves. When I first got this knife, I didn't realize how big it was. It is a brute. I put a little green lanyard on it, and it is a flipper. Very interesting blade shape. Ergonomics are very nice. I enjoy this knife a lot, and it comes into the value about maybe $80 or $90. I do believe they still make this knife, so if you guys are interested, it's a great pickup, liner lock, and like I said, the very smooth flipper. So yeah, great knife. Probably used for some hard tasks if that's what you're looking for. CRKT Rasp. Next knife, and these are no in particular order. I'm just going to pull them out and show them to you guys. This is the Gerber Scout. Very cool little pocket knife. Micarta scales, has a window breaker at the end of it. Deep carry, thick pocket clip. I did engrave my initial for Zach in the Micarta scales just because my friend has the exact same knife and I wanted to tell the difference between my knife and his. Has a pretty cool thumb hole, which is useful. Nice little short blade. I think it's about 3 inches. And it's a good little knife to throw around in your pocket and take out and have some fun with, maybe outside. So very cool. I think this one's about around the ballpark of $50. Gerber Scout. Next is, this is a pretty unique one. This is kind of a sister company to Spyderco, Bird, which is the kind of the less expensive brand of Spyderco. This is the Bird Cara 2. Very cool, unique blade shape. Very thin, very slicey blade. It's not a very high quality steel, but for the price value, it's fairly good. Lockup is great. It's a back lock, so it's very strong. This isn't a knife that's very fidgety, but it can do some good hard work for you. And yeah, I enjoy it. I carry it fairly often, and it's a good substitute for maybe an expensive Spyderco or something of that nature. Some jimping on the spine here, and you can get a good grip on it, so ergonomics are great. Spyderco Cara 2, and I think this comes in about $50 as well. Okay, I guess now since we're on kind of the Spydercos, this is the famous Spyderco PM2, Paramilitary 2. Beautiful knife, great ergonomics on it. Feels super good in the hand. Blade steel's CPM S45VN, and it's coated. Made here in the USA, Golden, Colorado, which is awesome. Pocket clip is great. Has that compression lock, which people really seem to love, and I do too. Yeah, not much else to say about it. It's very, very nice, super thin at the very edge of at the very end of the blade though. So just be mindful of that. And this one, I don't know the exact price, but I do know I paid at least $200 for it. So definitely more on the high end, but it was worth it. Spyderco PM2. Next is the Benchmade. This is the Bailout, not to be confused with the Bug Out. Green, I believe this is aluminum scales. Very lightweight, has a window punch or window breaker. Coated Tonto blade. And I did have this one engraved. That's my last name, and then my badge number, which is pretty cool. I did use this on duty for a little while. It did serve a good purpose for me. The serrated edges are great for a multitude of different tasks, and I do enjoy the axis lock. But it is, I would say, it's not really an abuser. It's fairly thin blade, and there is some play in there, so I just figured I'd keep it more as a EDC knife. I do not carry this on duty anymore, but all in all, it is a great knife. I do believe it's fairly expensive for what you get, but I do believe I paid somewhere around the $200 range for this knife. So yeah, that is the Benchmade Bailout. Okay, what do we got here? Let's go this guy. This guy's pretty cool. This is a recent pickup. This is the Microtech standard issue MSI, and it was made in 09/2023, which is very cool. Microtech doesn't typically do folders like this. They're typically known for those OTFs. So this is a cool pickup. It does have those FRN scales, so it's fairly lightweight. It feels good in the hand. Ram lock, which is new to Microtech, and it kind of acts like almost like an access lock, which is really cool. A thumb hole, which I'm a big fan of. Blade is amazing, super slicey, whole lot of fun. I enjoy this knife, probably one of my favorites in my collection. I think I paid $170 for this knife, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. It truly is a beautiful piece. M390 MK for the blade steel, and yeah, just super fun, awesome knife. Next, I'll show my 940 Osborne. It has the purple inlay in the back, green scales, which is kind of like the classic version, I believe. Everybody knows about the 940 Osborne. It's a iconic knife, so I'm not going to dive too much into it. But yeah, if you don't have this in your collection, I think you should definitely pick one up. Carry's very nice. It's slim profile. I do like the blade shape. S30V steel. Sheep's foot, which I think is very good for day-to-day use. It feels very good in the hand, lightweight, and yeah, this is probably one of my other favorites. I do truly enjoy this knife. As far as price range goes, I think I paid $150 or maybe a little bit closer to $200 for this knife. The Benchmade 940 Osborne. This is the Zero Tolerance Hender design. I believe they call it the Slicer. This was a gift to me. I typically don't go for zero tolerance. They have a pretty high price tag that they come with, and this really isn't kind of really my style, but it was a great gift, and I'm grateful for. And it makes me smile every time I look at it, just because it was gifted by a dear friend of mine. But the tiger stripes is not really my thing, and it's positioned for just the blade to be straight, maybe like a piercing or self-defense kind of thing. And it's bulky, it's pretty heavy, it's thick, and so for everyday carry, just not really my favorite. but I do keep it in my collection. It does have some sentimental value to me. This is an expensive knife as well. It's I believe it's around the $300 mark price point. So yeah, this is the Zero Tolerance Enduro Design Slicer, I believe is the name. This is the iconic Benchmade Griptilian. Beautiful knife, another one of my favorites. I don't know what material this is, but it's very lightweight scales. Has some texturing, which is very nice, not too aggressive. I did replace it for this clip, or this might have actually came with it. I have replaced some of my Benchmade clips for different ones, but I think this one actually may have come stock. Access lock, and it has the thumb hole, which works great as you go look at it. Sheep's foot, and it's S30V steel. Super awesome knife, definitely one of my favorites. Lightweight, easy to carry. It's good for everyday tasks and some hard tasks. I would say you can put this knife through some challenging work, and I'm sure it'd surprise you. I think I paid around $150 for this knife, or somewhere around there. So the Benchmade Griptilian. Next is Kershaw. Kershaw, I believe this is the Heist. FRN handles, scales. So very lightweight, texturing, some stubble texturing right here, which is nice. The blade shape is awesome. That's something I like about it a lot. It's very slicey, super thin. Pocket clip is nice, reversible of course. D2 steel, and yeah, it's awesome. Kind of has an access lock. I'm not sure what Kershaw calls it, but very awesome knife. I do appreciate this knife, and this is kind of a budget-friendly knife, $50. So it's something you can kind of throw around and do some hard tasks with, and won't get too upset about it if you lose it or maybe you damage it. So Kershaw Heist. Okay, go down here real quick. This is another one of my favorites, actually. And it's actually pretty old. I've had this knife for a while, in my collection at least. This is the CRKT Bonafide. Take a good look at that, try to get the light balanced on it. I believe these are aluminum scales, or maybe stainless steel. It's not very heavy, it's balanced fairly well. Has a little bit of texturing, which is very unique texturing actually. D2 blade steel, I believe. Ken Onion design. Pocket clip is probably my least favorite thing about it, but I do really enjoy this. It has ball bearings, flippers, so it's super smooth. And I think I paid around $80, $90 for this knife. And I think for that price point, you get a whole lot. So I do enjoy this knife, and it has that technology where you can take it apart in the field, which is awesome. Super easy to clean and maintain. So yeah, I think for what you get, this is a great knife. Liner lock, and so that is the CRKT Bonafide. Here's another great knife, I think, for a great value. You may have seen it before, have heard of it before. This is the CJRB Cutlery, I believe. It has a thumb stud, and it also has a button lock, which is super smooth. Kind of goes with that stainless steel handles, and the blade matches. So it's very pretty to look at, super smooth in the hand. I probably wouldn't want to have this knife in wet conditions, but maybe on a date or something like that, throw this in your pocket. Wouldn't stand out very much. It's like, gentleman's carry maybe. Very pretty. The button lock is super smooth. And for a price point around $50, I think you can't go wrong with this knife. I would encourage anybody to pick it up. It might be a good first knife or a gift to somebody. This is the CJRB cutlery. Here's another kind of stainless steel style of knife. This is, if you might have seen it before, this is the CRKT, forget, Pilar. And I've had this knife in my collection for a little while too. I won't get rid of it. This is a very nice knife to have around, multi-purpose. The blade shape is awesome. Kind of the thumb stud or the thumb hole, again, that I truly appreciate. Great price point. I think I paid around $30. You can choke up on this blade. Really get some detailed cuts. Just very utility knife. And I appreciate it. It's very strong, super thick blade stock, and action is great. I truly appreciate this knife. CRKT Pilar. We're getting a little bit towards the end here of my folders. This is the CRKT Squid XM. It is assisted. It does have a kick to it, which I can appreciate. I think it's a pretty design, Burnley design. This knife you can really just throw in your pocket. Don't have to worry about it. It's gonna perform well at pretty much anything you want it to do. The blade is in awesome shape for a variety of different tasks, and good texturing, smooth on this side, and obviously some type of synthetic material on this side, which is great. And it fits good in the hand, even for a small little 3-inch blade. So I can appreciate it. I think I paid around 30 to 40, maybe even close to 50 for this knife, but I do think it's worth it. And the deten's not that bad. It's fairly nice. So yeah, the Squid does come in 2 sizes, but this is the larger version. So yeah, Squid XM CRKT. This is another gift that I received that I can also appreciate. Unique design. It has the Emerson Wave. This is from Kershaw. I believe this is called the Kershaw Emerson CQC or something of that effect. But yeah, it has the Emerson Wave thumb disc and Tonto style blade. I'm not sure what steel this is. Feels very good in the hand because the scales curve right here, so it fits very nicely. And then the Emerson Wave kind of acts as the thumb ramp for some downward pressure. So very awesome, actually. I do like the design. It's just not very, in my opinion, appealing to the eye. The all black kind of helps a little bit, but I do like it for its purpose, and the purpose is self-defense. The Emerson Wave is supposed to open as you pull it out of your pocket, and then of course it's kind of in that position for self-defense. So very cool, very unique, awesome gift, and it'll stay in my collection. So yeah, that is the Kershaw Emerson CQC. I think this was around $50, but I'm not really sure because it was a gift. But I do believe it's like 40 or 50 bucks. Okay, so I guess we'll show these together. These 3. This is just a little knife. I put it in this little carrying sheath. This is a Gerber. I'm not sure the exact make and model of it. There's the number if you care to look it up. But I just figured I'd throw it in my third pocket or throw it in the truck, and it has some serrated edges. So just a little utility knife that's nice to have. I'm assuming it's probably less than $10 or so, or maybe around that price point. Keep it in that little carrying case. This was another gift that I received from a friend. Pretty unique. I'm not sure who makes this. I know a company engraves it, and then Damascus blade, which is very cool. I like the styling of it. Backlock, which is awesome too. But yeah, it's not something I really carry. It's just something that I have in my collection, which I think is pretty cool. And it comes with the leather case, which is awesome as well. And then this is a knife that was passed down to me by my grandpa. So a lot of sentimental value. I did replace the sheath. Buck still sells these, which is really cool that Buck still does that. But it's the Buck 110. Everybody knows about this knife. Classic knife, reliable knife, back lock, clip point. Beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong with this knife. This has been around for generations. It's stand the test of time, and it'll stay in my collection. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. Like I said, it came from my grandpa, and I do love that. I carry it sometimes, but it is a heavy knife. It's a bulky knife, and this isn't something that you typically just want to, I guess, pull out just to cut up some boxes. It's a good hunting knife and stuff like that, utility knife, but I do have a lot of knives in my collections that I rotate through, and so this is just something that's I keep special to me and keep in a safe place. So Buck 110, I think you can get these for maybe upwards of $50 or close to that. So those three. And then have a few slip joints here. These are old timers. You can pick these up in packs sometimes. This one in specific is a 3-blade slip joint. Comes with a variety of different blade shapes, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure the make or model of these. I think there is a number on this blade. It says Schrade 610T, if you care to know. But pretty cool little old timer to throw in your pocket. And then this one here is just a single blade old timer. Cool one to throw in your pocket as well. So yeah, super cool. This is my smallest knife. Also gifted by my grandpa. It's Eddie Brower did a collaboration with Gerber. The model says 200. I'm not really sure what that's about. And then it says Portland, Oregon, USA. So very cool. Super small, but might come in handy. Throw in your third pocket or something like that. Backlock, so pretty unique. And then last slip joint here. I believe this is my grandpa's like Boy Scout knife. So it's very unique, very special to me. I don't know much about it. I'm sure I could do some further research on it. It does say Ulster, USA, and that's it. So, but it has a variety of different blades in there, and I think it's super unique. You can tell it's been loved. It's been through a lot of different tasks, a lot of different work. Oh, as I put through some more work there. But yeah, it just has a lot of character to it, and I don't want to lose this knife. I don't want to break this knife, so I don't take it out very much. It's just something that's special to me, and I keep in my collection. Okay, now we'll talk about some Balisongs. This is a trainer by Kershaw. I believe this is the Lucha trainer. And yeah, this is a great knife to have to practice on if you're into flipping, or if you're looking to just be safe while also learning how to use a Balisong. I think this is a great option for you. Came around the price point about $50. Very lightweight, or I guess has good weight to it, but it's not super heavy, and the scales match the actual Lucha fairly well. And it's legal to carry because this isn't a blade. This is just a I suppose practice. Just it's all metal. There's no sharp edge on this thing, so very cool, very nice to have in the collection if you're learning how to flip. And so I have one, and if you're interested in that, it's the Kershaw Lucha Trainer. And I will compare it to the actual Kershaw Lucha, which you can see there's a lot of similarities there. This one, of course, is the black aluminum scales, and I will take it out for you guys to take a look at it. Can't really flip on camera for you guys because I got short space here, but beautiful knife, USA made. I am not sure the blade steel, but it is a beautiful knife. I don't obviously I don't take it out. You have to obviously follow your laws and wherever you're located, but butterfly knives, Balisongs, they're a little bit frowned upon. People are kind of scared of them, so I don't get to enjoy this knife as much as I wish I could. But it is a great knife if you're just looking to get into Balisongs. I think I paid somewhere around the neighborhood of $150 for this knife, which is reasonable for a Balisong. So yeah, Kershaw Lucha. Now we'll get into some multi-tools real quick. Just a few that I have and carry, and then we'll do some fixed blades, and then that should wrap us up. So these are Swiss Army knives. They're both SDs, I believe. This one is pretty cool. I don't know where I got this or how I obtained it, but I have it, and it's pretty unique, I think. It has a pin, which is cool, and then it has a light as the button of the, or I guess the symbol of the Swiss Army knife is actually a button for a light. And then it comes with scissors and a small flathead that's paired with a file, and then a little utility knife, which is really cool. So that's that version of it. And then this is a version that I did pick up, which I know is the SD, and black scales. Comes with some tweezers, which come in handy, and then toothpick. So great to throw in your pocket if you're going to dinner or something like that. And same tools on this one as the other one. So yeah, Swiss Army knife SDs. I think you can pick these up for right around $20. I do have some Leathermans and stuff like that, but most people know about Leathermans and they're not super special. This is something that my grandpa also passed down to me. It's his multi-tool with his engraving. My grandpa's name is Greg or Gregory. And I keep this on my desk. It has a variety of different tools on it, which I can truly appreciate. I don't know the make or model of this knife. It might be just a generic multi-tool, but it has a lot of good stuff on it. Scissors and whatever, bottle opener, flathead, screwdriver. So everything I need is in this compact tool, and I just keep it on my desk, and it's really cool, sentimental value to me. So yeah. Okay, I think that wraps it up for the folders and the multi-tools. Now we'll talk about fixed blades real quick. I picked this up not too long ago, just as something that I was doing some outdoor stuff, and was wanting to cut down some weeds and that sort of thing. I figured it'd be good for yard work. The reason I got it is because of how comfortable it is, and it was at a good price. I do not appreciate this sheath. It's cheaply made. This is a SOG knife, if you can't tell by a lot of SOG writing on there. But yeah, the belt loop is very cheaply made. It does have like a seatbelt cutter style sheath, so you can utilize the blade while the sheath is on. Pop the sheath off, but this is where I truly can appreciate it. It's the comfort. It's the rubberized scales, and I do believe this is the SOG Ace. It is a pretty knife, very nice, has some jimping on top. And like I said, the ergonomics of it are great. You can choke up on this knife, which I really like to do. And then, yeah, not much else to talk about it, but I do like this knife, and I think I got it for somewhere around $20 or $30. So it's a good knife. Next, we can talk about this hunting knife I have. This is the Benchmade, I believe it's the Steep Country. I have a custom Kydex sheath on it. It did come with a different one, but it broke on me, so I had to replace it. And then this is a Spyderco belt clip that I put on there. The knife itself is beautiful. I like the big belly that it has on it. It has some jimping on top, which you can really use to do some fine cuts. Very nice hunting knife. The scales are a little bit slippery. I wish they were a little bit more, maybe different material, but it is textured. It does feel very nice in the hand. S30V steel. I did put a lanyard on it for a little bit more, I guess, utility. And then the spine of it's pretty interesting, of the scales, which is I do like. This is kind of like my I don't know, it has like a Halloween theme to it, so it's pretty cool. I think you can pick this up for around $130. I don't know if they make this version anymore, but it's very nice. It's the 15006 model. Benchmade Steep Country. Show these two knives real quick. These are exactly the same. Another passed down from my grandpa. My grandpa, that might have been where I got my knife collection kind of started. These are Case fixed blades. I don't know the make and model of these blades. I wish I could tell you guys. I don't know if they even make these anymore. They're very thin, slicey behind the edge. Some jimping on top here. And the handles are, I don't know if this is wood or this is a different material, but it does have a full tang, and they're a very nice knife. They feel really good in the hand, and it comes with this leather sheath. The leather sheath says Case XX, so I'm not sure what that means. And then here's the other one that has a little button on it, exactly the same. Has a little bit darker handle. I think my grandpa had two just because he liked it so much, and so I'm gonna keep them around, keep them in my collection, and I'm sure I can have some fun with them. I did learn how to sharpen knives with these, and so they are pretty special to me. I don't think that they sell them anymore, though. I can't give you guys a price point on these guys. This is kind of almost a machete, I would say. I use this for mostly yard work, but it would be a great outdoor survival knife if you wanted to make it that. It's a Carnivore X2 by, I always butcher the name, Camillus. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't know how to pronounce the name on this. But it is a great knife, very utility. Has a rope cutter, the blade. I mean, look how much edge you have to play around with there. It's amazing. And then the backside obviously is used for sawing, so very cool. You can use this for a multitude of different things. And I think this is actually comes in at a pretty good price, around $30 or $40. So the sheath is like a cloth material, and it comes with a sharpener and this little blade here. And then next, this is my last fixed blade. I just picked this up not too long ago. I can truly appreciate this. This is by Tops, and it's the USA made Field Craft by B.O.B. Tops. It's beautiful. I can truly appreciate the amount of craftsmanship that went into this. Scandi grind on it, micarta handles. and it does have a sharpened edge, or not sharpened edge, but I guess for your flint right here, flat fire starter. And then, yeah, I can just, it's super thick behind the edge. I'm not behind the edge, but super thick stock, and you can put this thing through a bunch of abuse and it'll never quit on you. It'll never break. I have used this knife to start fires before, breaking down wood, and the sheath is awesome. Can carry your flint right there. I obviously put some lanyard on it just for some extra utility, but it is a great knife. It feels awesome in the hand. I think I picked it up for somewhere around $150, and for that price point, I don't think you can beat it. I really don't. So if you are into bushcraft, I would recommend this knife to anybody that's likes the outdoors and wants to enjoy it and have a fire and just use their knife as it's supposed to be used. Okay, guys, I think that's a wrap. That wraps up all my knives in my collection right now. There might be a few stragglers out there that I forgot to gather up. I do carry the Benchmade Triage while at work, so that's my work knife. It had, if you guys want to look into that, it's a fairly good knife. But yeah, as far as what I have here, that's pretty much it for my collection. If you made it to the end, like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite knife was in my collection, what I should add to my collection, and what your favorite knife is in your collection. I'd like to take a look at those comments and I'll respond back to you guys. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.